sort of look, well, is it on purpose? Which, it's an insane thing to think. California has a lot of problems that sort of baffle the mind as far as why they do things. But one begins to ponder whether or not there is a purpose in mind. What could it be, you know?
Did Mel Gibson just blow the lid off the biggest cover-up of our time? The Hollywood star's recent Fox News appearance has sent shockwaves through the internet, leaving millions questioning everything they thought they knew about the California wildfires. From secret government tech to land grabs, that'll make your skin crawl. Gibson's wild claims are just the tip of the iceberg. But here's the kicker. What if he's actually onto something? Buckle up, because we're about to take you on a journey that'll have you questioning reality itself. Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So, did you click the subscribe button? Great, thank you so much. Now, back to the video. Hold on to your controllers, gamers, because Mel Gibson just dropped a truth bomb that's gonna make your heads explode. Remember when his Malibu mansion went up in flames?
California has a lot of problems that sort of baffle the mind as far as why they do things.
We are seeing is, and of course, look, there is a political debate to be had about the policies here in California. Mel Gibson on Fox News primetime after losing his home in the California fires.
And then in the events like this,
Well, turns out Mad Max isn't buying the official story. Nope, he's got insider info that's gonna blow this whole thing wide open. So picture this. Gibson's on Fox News and he starts hinting at some seriously shady stuff. He's not just talking about a few random fires. He's talking about a massive conspiracy to empty out California. Yeah, you heard that right. The government apparently wants the Golden State emptier than a loot box after a spending spree. But here's where it gets really wild. Gibson claims he's got leaked information from some high-up sources. And get this, it's making his crazy theory sound not so crazy after all. We're talking suspicious patterns and where these fires are starting and when they're happening. It's like someone's playing a twisted game of SimCity with real lives at stake. And you know what happens when a celeb starts spilling tea like this? Other stars start perking up their ears. Suddenly, more and more famous faces are asking the same questions. It's like they're all leveling up in some grand conspiracy quest, and Gibson's leading the charge. But wait, there's a plot twist.
sort of look, well, is it on purpose? Which, it's an insane thing to think.
It's an obvious land grab. They get them out of their homes this way, and then they can build whatever they want to build.
Is that a lot of this misinformation makes people who need support from government agencies, whether it be local.
Just when you think this story couldn't get any more bonkers, Elon Musk decides to join the server. And let me tell you, his takes on this whole fire situation are hotter than an overclocked GPU. Now, I know what you're thinking. This sounds crazy, but isn't that exactly what they want you to think? Think about it.
Indeed, X's owner Elon Musk has spent the last week elevating conspiracy theories about the fire. And then, of course, Elon Musk, the owner of X, as you saw in that piece there, engaging with really wild conspiracy theories.
How many times have game companies tried to pull the wool over our eyes with their corporate BS? This is just like that, but on a massive scale. Alright, gamers, it's time to level up our conspiracy knowledge. Remember how we thought loot boxes were the worst thing in gaming?
Do they want the state empty? I don't know.
Conspiracy theories spreading like wildfire. From the common refrain that it's all part of a government plot.
This is siege by design.
But one begins to ponder whether or not there is a purpose in mind. What could it be, you know?
Well, buckle up, because what's happening in California makes those look like child's play. We're talking about a real-life battle royale for prime real estate, and the stakes are higher than any game you've ever played. Picture this. California's most valuable land keeps going up in smoke. Coincidence? I think not. It's like someone's using cheat codes to clear out the map, and we've got the inside scoop on who's behind it. Mysterious buyers are swooping in like vultures, snatching up burned properties for pennies on the dollar. It's shadier than a poorly optimized graphics engine, I tell you. But here's where it gets really wild. We're not just talking about some random real estate moguls here. Oh no, this goes way deeper. Big tech companies and foreign investors are all over these land grabs like a Twitch streamer on a new battle pass.
Here with the fire command team, at the Palisades fire.
Into a post from disgraced conspiracy theorist Alex Jones that the fires are part of a globalist plot, Musk responded, "True."
It's like they know something we don't, and they're racing to buy up every charred acre they can get their hands on. Now, you might be thinking, but wait, where's the government in all this? Good question. Are they in on it, or are they just as useless as NPCs in a broken side quest? The truth might shock you more than any plot twist in your favorite RPG. Remember DARPA? That super secret government agency that's always cooking up crazy new tech? Well, rumor has it they've got their hands on some next level fire starting technology. We're talking stuff that makes a flamethrower look like a birthday candle. And get this, some people are saying this tech might be behind these accidental fires. It's like someone took the flame effects from your favorite fantasy game and turned them into a terrifying reality. The pieces are starting to fall into place, and it's looking more and more like a massive scheme to reshape California. Think about it. Clear out the land, buy it cheap, and then what? New tech campuses, secret government facilities? The possibilities are as endless as a procedurally generated world. But here's the kicker.
Misinformation is also spreading, just as Facebook has decided to stop fact-checking and go to community.
But it has gone beyond that. We have seen the president-elect coming in with just straight-up false claims about policies here.
Notes, I guess they're calling it. Donny O'Sullivan takes a look at some of the misinformation that's out there right now.
Social media giants are trying to keep this info under wraps. They're changing their policies faster than game devs patch exploits, moving away from fact-checking to some BS community-driven system. It's like they're creating their own reality, and anyone who doesn't play along gets nerfed. Folks, we've just scratched the surface of this California wildfire conspiracy, and it's hotter than a DARPA-engineered flamethrower.
In terms of that this is a planned event, it's not. But also then really leaning into this sort of culture war stuff. We're seeing changes at Meta coming soon with removing these fact checkers.
Donny O'Sullivan, thanks very much.
Diversity and inclusion policies and everything else like that. So it's really just a pretty toxic stew online right now.
The rabbit hole goes deeper than we ever imagined, and it's time to wake up the masses before it's too late. Social media giants are playing dirty, changing their fact-checking game to silence the truth. But we're not backing down. You've got a mission now, gamers. It's time to level up and spread the word. Hit those share buttons like you're mashing combos in Street Fighter. Use hashtags like California Wildfires Truth and Fire Conspiracy to expose the lies. The mainstream media won't touch this story with a 10-foot pole, but we're not afraid to get our hands dirty. Remember, this isn't just about some celebrity rant or wild theories. It's about uncovering the truth behind these so-called natural disasters. The government, big tech, and foreign investors are all in on it, and they're counting on our silence. But we're not going to give them that satisfaction. Stay tuned because this story's just heating up, and we're about to drop more bombshells that'll make your head spin.